I think it was probably a pretty exciting game to watch if you're a fan. We enjoyed it as well. The ball was moving. We're better when we attack, and if we attack people defensively, then we got stops. When we were back on our heels, we didn't get stops. When we attacked, we scored on offense, and when we didn't attack and we didn't move the basketball, we struggled to score. So that was an exciting game, a lot of ups and downs. We can get better, keeping the basketball out of the paint. They scored 70 points in the paint, but I love the chemistry that we have with our team. Guys are cheering for each other like crazy. I thought, hats off to Yogi Ferrell about being a professional and being ready for your opportunity, and we preach that with our young guys, staying ready, staying ready, staying ready, and heck of a game. There's a lot of attaboys to go around. Happy to see, Nemanja hit a couple shots down the stretch. That always feels good when you're playing against your former team, and it's a very happy locker room tonight.
Coach, one of the hardest parts about your job is knowing kind of when to pull different strings, and I would say that there was two tonight that stuck out. Obviously, calling on Yogi early in the way that he performed, and also late in the game with Willie struggling with free throws, he remains in the game and knocks a few down. Talk about those two decisions and what was behind them.
The Yogi is a decision that I've made that he's going to play. And I think it's the most difficult thing to do is to not know if you're going to play on certain nights. If you know you're going to play, you get ready. If you know you're probably not going to play, then you do a lot of conditioning and you get yourself ready for when the opportunity comes. When it's a sometimes deal, and he's going to be in the sometimes deal, and he was ready. I want to see him, and for him to know he's going to play for 10 games straight. Not have to worry about if I didn't play well tonight. No, we're going to go in this direction for about 10 games and evaluate it from there. The second one is always difficult because I want to show confidence in my player, and I think Willie's a good shooter. I've always said that since I've gotten here, as whether it be a jump shot or not. I think he's a good shooter, and so he got up there, and the first two didn't go in, and so it gets a little cooler. I just wanted to get him down underneath the 2-minute mark. And then at that point, then they can't foul away from the ball, and they can only foul in action. So I want to show confidence in my player. I always want to do that, and I had his back, and I just thought I could steal a minute and a half right there, and then we could get him back out there.
The lift that the franchise record of 19 made threes gave you tonight, what's the confidence level like with you guys beyond the arc?
Yeah, it's pretty fun, especially at home, man. The place is going crazy, and you feel the energy, and I think it's a teaching tool more than anything about the ability to move the basketball in space and attack, and just extra pass. We had one possession where we overpassed and passed up a couple shots, but guys were ready to shoot the basketball. We're delivering the basketball, generally on guys' hands, and they're able to get good shots.
You talk about the assists, 34 assists, only 11 turnovers tonight, and 7 different players had 3 or more assists. How important is that to the spacing and the way that you guys are playing?
It's terrific. We can learn from this. This is, sometimes you always watch tape and, we got to get better when you're losing. I think this is a great opportunity. This should be in our video playbook offensively about how we like to play with the good spacing. We get 2 guys to guard the basketball. We get off the basketball quicker, and then we can attack and open up shots.
Talked a little bit about Yogi and giving him a stretch of games. He started early, then he had a stretch where he wasn't playing much. What's behind? What do you want to see from him, and what was kind of the thinking behind giving him this stretch to kind of get himself going again?
Well, it's a decision that I have to make, and I feel like there's minutes and there's a time and opportunity for that, and he deserves the opportunity.
Coach, with the second fastest pass in the league and 33 fast point tonight. So because we talk about the pace, so how do you like the pace the Kings showed it tonight?
It was good. We play fast, and I think that's not only is it exciting to watch, but it's fun to play. And I think you look a couple times. The things that people don't see is that Willie Cauley-Stein runs so hard, and I just said this in the locker room. He runs so hard, somebody has to take him at the paint, and boom, we're throwing it across the floor, and somebody else gets an open 3 in transition. I think we need to play fast. It's good for us, but it's easier to play fast when we get stops, and I thought we did that, especially in the second quarter. The third quarter, they came out and got 42. The game got slow. We were back on our heels, and then we pushed it out from there, and really started making shots in that stretch and getting the ball up and down the floor. But the first, I think they went 19-0 run, 19 points in a row where we did not get a stop. We got 3 stops in a row at that point, and we scored on all 3 of those, and that's what we're trying to teach our guys. It's a lot easier, always not trying to guard, but it's better when we're a better defensive team.
Bielitsa had a solid night tonight against his former club. Was that part of the game plan, or was it just part of the game? Or was that just part?
Well, it's a little bit about who flinches first, because you saw in the third quarter they were trying to get Taj going and try to go at Nemanja a little bit, and we're trying to stretch them out at the other end and take their size out of the lane and create driving angles for Bogey and for De'Aaron Fox. So you kind of see how it goes and what you can do. And I thought Marvin Bagley had a nice night. He didn't get a lot of shots around the rim, didn't get a lot of touches, which I hate that word. But he kept at it, and the offensive rebound that he got down there was huge. And with the way the game was being flowed, and I thought maybe he got fouled, but that was a long ways away.
With the assist numbers kind of climbing up and up, how much of that is just guys getting comfortable and knowing where, the rotation is, guys know where they're going to be and that sort of thing?
Like out on the court or the rotation from playing time and stuff?
It's on the court.
Yeah. Well, I think when we get frustrated or we get tired, we tend to over dribble. And this is just what I mean about the teaching. Like, just trust. The clock is a lot longer than you think it is because we get the darn thing up so fast that, we're playing with pace. So when we get stuck, if we play with the pass, and, somebody will be able to create an opportunity for somebody else.